Hey, this is Steven from Legit PC, and today we're going to review Dead Space 3 for the PC. So as you see, it's about a 16-hour playthrough, or about a 15-hour playthrough, just by yourself, not playing multiplayer, not doing co-op with someone else. So there's quite a bit of time to play through the game, plenty of story, plenty of stuff to do, and it's got its famous return of the New Game Plus back to where you could get more unlocks your second playthrough, and this is the visuals for the game that you could pick from. VSync doesn't work on this game. It'll VSync down like 30 frames instead of 60 frames, so it's kind of no good. But so you're gonna have to run it with, you know, your video card on max for 80 frames, even though it's not really a first-person shooter and you don't really need that kind of smooth gameplay on this type of game, but it's alright. Plenty of AA settings, plenty of other settings to get it to run how you want and be as smooth as you want. Different kind of shadow quality presets and filters and things like that. Alright, let's show you guys the engine. So this is the engine here. Pretty nice game, very good looking, and it really helps out the story. And here's the first portion of the story I added in here to kind of show you guys what the game's about.
Fine. Look, I just called to say I'm moving on. I have to. Just take care of yourself, okay?
I mean, the game is absolutely beautiful. You know, the texture overlay like this, the textures and reflections are absolutely excellent, as well as the emulations of screens on walls and stuff like that. Pretty cool. You can see the refresh rate on that. They added that in. And next I have kind of like ambient lighting, as you can see here, a little warp effect. You can see that I cut the shadow off the wall when I walk through it. Pretty cool. Very good detail. And then you see the screens, you know, emulated on the wall and stuff like that. And got decent frames, you know, decent frames playing this part inside the spaceship, one of the spaceships. So it's pretty good. And then I'm going to show you. Here's some outside footage. Here's on the Talvantis, and then so this is a pretty sweet looking scene, and I want to show you guys that, as well as you know, the glowing eyes that you see right here on the screen. Pretty cool effect, and you also see that on the walls and some of the gameplay. And then you see a return of kind of the grim looking environments that Dead Space is famous for. You know, like dead bodies laying all over the place, mangled bodies, and blood, stuff written in blood and stuff like that. And you know, the tagging on the walls, stuff like that.
As promised by the prophet Michael.
Norton, this isn't just a manhunt. It's systematic slaughter.
Oh, you know it.
And of course, the return of the infamous elevators. A whole bunch of elevators in this game. For loading your next scene, they have so many elevators. Which, you know, you just get used to, and you use it to reload or look through your inventory or whatever, but there's a whole bunch of elevators. And of course, the cinematics are also great. You know, they're known for their cinematics, and these interactive cinematics are awesome. This particular one, it's a big part of the story, and great fun to play in the cinematic. You know, watch Isaac interact with the other characters.
Grab some of that paneling and seal up that doorway.
Since when are you giving the orders?
Since somebody else has a fucking plan. Look, I'll explain as I go. Carver, where can I find an EVA suit?
And there you see the other multiplayer character. Of course, this is all done in single player, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. And here's some space scene that's part of interactive cutscene type. So it's like a little mini game. You know, you have to shoot the bombs and dodge all the debris.
Isaac, where are you?
As well as, you know, Isaac interacting with the other characters.
Hey, watch it! Watch it!
I can't see around it.
They punched through it!
Oh no! Oh no!
I got it!
Get it under control! On full thrusters!
It's slowing!
Okay. Okay. There we go.
Jesus. Let's not do
You
that
can see
again.
the great
make
space
it to that
scene.
cargo dock?
These scenes are pretty
Yeah.
epic. I
Yeah, you
mean,
think there's
just
air
all
on
the
board?
debris floating around. And
SOS is coming from
just
somewhere
the
inside,
environment.
so let's hope so.
pretty nice scene. One of my favorite scenes. You know, you have different parts of the ship flying around the atmosphere, and you can see different planets and stuff floating around and ships floating around. And of course, all the places here are explorable, so it's pretty cool that, you know, all the environments that you see are explorable. And here's another mini game where you have to stack together these packages in the cargo hold in order to get to that ship there. And you have 2 mouse controls. There's a lot of these 2 mouse control mini games to where, you know, you have to be ambidextrous and be have the keyboard, work with the keyboard and the mouse in order to get to these particular parts quickly. And here you can see you gotta line up the gaps of the luggage in order to get it fit, like I just did right there. And then moves it away and picks up the next load. And also add something, a little bit of gameplay of the game, so you're not, you know, shooting necros the whole time. You're also working on these mini games and solving puzzles and things like that. Kind of extends the gameplay for a lot longer. You know, that's what gives you kind of the 15 to 16 hour playthrough. And of course, infamous return of the bench, the modification bench. And in this particular footage, I'm showing you the these are the extra guns that come with the, I think it's digital, it's limited edition. They give you 2 extra suits and 2 extra guns. So in this footage, I'm just showing the extra guns that they give you, which are automatically loaded into your safe. Of course, I don't worry too much about them because you can construct these towards about the middle of the game. You can pretty much construct whatever you want, pay for whatever. And I think the guns are extremely cool in this game. You know, that's one of the things I would also mention. And you'll see how they how different they work in some of this later footage of combat. And here, of course, is the suit machine changing suits. And this is one of the suits. I believe this is the first encounter suit, which is one of the suits you get for the limited edition version. And then you also have the witness suit, which has all the writing of the markers on there, and it's basically the snowsuit that you get later on in the game when you get to Televantis. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the different kinds of suits. Of course, there's a lot more than this. This is at the beginning of the game where you don't have very many suits. You get up to about, I would like to say, 6 or 7 Can't exactly remember how many, but there's plenty. Just like Dead Space 2, there's quite a bit. And then just changing back to the original suit, EVA suit. And this is the part of cinematic that I got a glitch on. For some reason, the glitch in my game was that my input stopped working. Like all of a sudden, my keyboard stopped working. So here I basically suffocate because my keyboard stopped working. And here's some combat. So here's another kind of like almost like a mini game, right? You have to clear out these gears. You're in charge of this LMG.
Oh God, it's begun the final countdown.
And you can see the return of the little pincer necros as they run towards you. You know, you have to clear out the barrel. Get close to jamming the gears. And here's some combat that wasn't in the second one, I believe, where you're fighting against, you know, humans. I think there might have been a portion where you're fighting against humans, but I'm not completely sure. But this is one of the first parts in the game. You know, you're fighting against the human enemy characters that are followers of the marker. And you know, there's also other parts in the game where you have to fight both of them. You have to fight human characters as well as necros. And you know, of course, these guys, they'll throw grenades. The necros won't. And then you see the return of the stasis, as well as the telekinesis, but right now I do not have telekinesis yet, I don't think.
Norton, these are unitologists. Why are they trying to kill us?
You! They're trying to kill you!
What?
Get out of there! Shut your trap!
Son of a...
And yeah, so that's one of the combat situations with the unitologist human enemies. And then here I got shooting some necros. And of course you see the original gun in the game, the cutter, as well as, you know, you have the submachine gun there. And here's another scene where you see where you have to fight both. Right? Sometimes you could just sit back and let the unitologists attack the necros, and then you just kill whatever's left. Which, you know, you see me doing here, which is pretty funny to watch because they just try to kill each other. And here's another big scene, you know, facing unitologists as well as necros. This is one of the bigger action scenes, one of my favorite scenes in the game. You know, you're climbing down walls and stuff, and they're trying to snipe you and shoot grenades at you. And then they actually take cover. The necros don't really; they just run at you and they'll duck. But the unitologists will take cover.
We'll do it fast.
And here's another puzzle where you have to line up these cars, and you have to line up the power car with the drive car. It's just another way of, you know, some people I've seen gave reviews about this game saying that they couldn't figure out how to do some of the puzzles, and they had to look on YouTube or whatever to get tips on how to do the puzzles. I didn't really have to. I thought they were pretty self-explanatory. You know, you look around and you find a way to get to the next portion through the puzzle. So I thought that was kind of funny. But you'll definitely be able to be able to get through the puzzles if you keep trying it and look for different portions of it. As you see here, I start to have a little bit of trouble figuring out the puzzle, and then I have to figure out that I have to move the car forward, and then load the next one on the track, on the rotisserie, and then pull that one forward. And now I just want to say something that I played this by myself, single player, but the game, I think there's a couple portions that you learn in first player that you learn that there was a lot more stuff that you could have found in the actual co-op, because in the co-op one person plays as Isaac, one person plays as Carver, and you really learn about Carver's history, and supposedly it's pretty interesting. So it's a good idea to, how I would do it is do how I did, play through single player first and then go through co-op as Carver, and then you'll really get to know, because I mean you're not going to get as much story as if you play through as Isaac twice and ask your friend how Carver is. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Of course, in this one I don't have any multiplayer footage because you shouldn't need to have. I decided that it should be about single player, right? And then if you have a friend to play with, then you have a friend to play with. Otherwise, you know, you can play it by yourself. So I wanted to show you guys mainly only single player footage, but definitely look into this game and plan on doing multiplayer with a friend or someone else. But I think you would definitely benefit from multiplayer, learning from both characters, learning about both characters.
You still haven't told me what happened.
So yeah, this has been Steven from the Legit PC, and this is my review of Dead Space 3, and I have a few closing comments before I end the video. So definitely play co-op. Co-op is a must-have. Play through as Isaac, then play through as Carver with someone else playing Isaac. And yeah, so that's the end of the review. And if you like this video, subscribe to see other videos like this. And thanks for watching.